Hello and welcome back to Reason News. On Sunday, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi held a fiery press briefing at the KwaZulu-Natal SABC headquarters, declaring himself, quote, combat ready, unquote, and willing to, quote, die for the police badge, unquote. He levelled serious accusations against Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, alleging political interference in policing operations and the unlawful shutdown of a specialised task team investigating political killings. Mkhwanazi revealed that over 120 case dockets linked to political assassinations were removed from the task team, effectively derailing investigations into politically motivated violence. He further alleged that an associate of Minister Mchunu has connections to the criminal underworld, backed by cell phone analysis evidence. In his own words, Mkhwanazi stated that the police minister had no authority to close down policing units, asserting that such actions undermine the integrity and independence of the South African police service. In response to these explosive claims, a specialist investigator within the police oversight framework has stepped forward to comment on the gravity of the situation. The investigator, speaking on condition of anonymity, expressed deep concern over the allegations of political interference and obstruction of justice. They emphasized that the removal of case dockets from an active investigation team is a serious breach of protocol and could constitute obstruction of justice. Allegations linking senior political figures to criminal networks require thorough, independent investigation to uphold public trust. The integrity of the SABC depends on the autonomy of investigative units from political influence or manipulation. The investigator welcomed Mkhwanazi's willingness to open formal cases against implicated individuals, including Minister Mchunu, as a crucial step toward accountability. The Democratic Alliance has swiftly called for an urgent parliamentary debate on the matter, demanding a full investigation into the allegations of corruption and political interference at the highest levels of the police service. President Cyril Ramaphosa, currently abroad, has been urged by parliamentary committees and civil society groups to address these serious claims promptly. A media statement from Parliament stressed that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi has taken great personal risk in coming forward and that the matter demands urgent attention. According to Mkhwanazi, the disbandment of the political killings task team was orchestrated to protect individuals with political and financial influence implicated in ongoing investigations. The allegations include the closure of the task team investigating political assassinations, the removal and possible destruction of critical case files, links between Minister Mchunu's associates and the criminal underworld, as revealed through cell phone data analysis, and a purported plot to remove Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola aimed at destabilizing the police leadership. The Police Ministry has denied all allegations of interference, describing them as baseless and politically motivated. Minister Senzo Mchunu has not yet responded publicly but is expected to address the media later this week. Here's a video from SABC News, who spoke to Deputy National Commissioner, Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Shadrack Sabia.
So, General Mkhwanazi has put massive allegations on the table. They are direct and they are damning, very, very damning. Based on your experience investigating crime syndicates and systematic rot, how credible do you find these accusations?
Yes, they are, and it is shocking. And what is unfortunate is that this has actually been going on for years. You know, crime grows if it's not dealt with immediately and constantly. It escalates because crime pays. Crime begets crime, and I fully support him. And I hope all the other generals, the few that are left that's not corrupt, will join him.
Yeah.
And it's high time that the police gets totally and properly investigated. But the unfortunate thing is they are supposed to protect and serve us. And now all these investigations are against each other in the authorities. This is a huge, huge train smash, in my opinion, because this is what the criminals would like.
Yeah.
And they will take advantage of this. Unfortunately, it's gone so far that unless there's a complete and total clean out, and this needs the involvement of the government as well, this is where Ramaphosa should step in. Because yes, the shocking fact, Leanne, is that all these top generals and police officials knows of this rot and of this, as you call it, this organized crime in South Africa for years. But it hasn't been dealt with. And I'm very happy that Mkhwanazi actually said it as it is, because that was necessary.
It certainly was. And I mean, he held nothing back. He held absolutely nothing back, saying he has evidence. He's got WhatsApp messages. He has got bank statements. He has got everything. And he's talking about basically, you know, what got me, of course, all of us, was this ulterior motive behind disbanding this task team, which unmasked a crime syndicate controlled by a drug cartel that involves politicians, law enforcement members, business people, prosecutors, the judiciary. I mean, this is huge. In fact, it reminds me, and it reminds the rest of South Africa's population, that we've been here before. In fact, you can't help but think about Jackie Celebi and the disbanding of the Scorpions in 2009. I mean, talk to us about that and the similarities that we are seeing between the disbanding of these two organizations.
Well, you'll remember I've said at that stage, and other private authorities said it as well, that crime can only flourish when there's police involvement. And it is so. And during the years, it's proven that crime pays, and that's why about every and all will in some way get on the bandwagon. And I mean, if you look away and don't do anything about it, which I understand those in the police don't do because they could be killed, they could not be promoted, and they could be dealt with severely in many and other ways. And we see this now coming to a level where any unit that just in the slightest is a threat to those who are committing this organized crime. It's like a mafioso setup. It's like a group of people that has hijacked this country. All power corrupts, taken complete control. Anybody that is in their way could be dealt with, either by being killed or being, let's say, in connection with Mkhwanazi now, if they're going to find anything on him, if he's not beyond reproach, they're going to try and badmouth him or put him out there, and that will become the narrative. They are just, unfortunately, so strong and so well-oiled, this machine, that it's going to be very difficult. The nation has to rise up. The public needs to actually study that video carefully. We will send out projects, other security, private, and other authorities, all of these government institutions. There are always more that can stand against crime.
Commissioner Fanny Masemola has expressed support for Mkhwanazi's right to raise concerns, but has urged calm and due process as investigations proceed. Professor Becky Mngomezulu, director at the Center for the Advancement of Non-Racialism and Democracy at Nelson Mandela University, offered insights into the broader implications of these allegations. He noted that political interference in policing undermines democratic governance and the rule of law, exacerbating public distrust in law enforcement. Mngomezulu emphasized the need for independent oversight mechanisms and transparency to restore confidence. The National Assembly Speaker Thoko Didiza has been petitioned by opposition parties to schedule an urgent debate on the matter. Meanwhile, parliamentary committees are expected to summon key figures, including Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, Police Minister Mchunu, and others implicated. Civil society organizations and community leaders have called for peaceful but firm demand for accountability, warning that failure to act decisively risks further erosion of public safety and confidence. Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's allegations have opened a critical chapter in South Africa's fight against corruption and political interference within the police service. The coming days will be pivotal as investigations unfold and political leaders respond. We will continue to monitor developments closely and bring you updates as the story evolves. Now, Reason News extends its deepest condolences on the passing of David Mabuza, a distinguished South African leader whose dedication to public service and commitment to the nation left an indelible mark.